Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Chief Visionary Officer. Let's give it up, Scott Lewis!
Love the energy in KL. Does anyone in the room love Jeunesse? One more time, does anyone in the room love Jeunesse? Good morning, Malaysia. Good morning, Jeunesse family. What an honor to be back here in beautiful Kuala Lumpur. You guys ready to lead? Guys, this is the kickoff event for 2018. It is such an honor to be back here, such an honor to welcome so many of you from different countries around the region. I know we've got Korea, Japan, Thailand, Philippines, Singapore, Malaysia, South Africa's here. We've got UAE here. There's markets and countries and people from all over Asia Pacific. I'd like to give you guys a warm welcome. So LEAD really is the leadership event. You know, this is the first time we've held it right here in Asia Pacific, and one exciting way to start off the year. It's amazing when I watch that little intro video they show before I come on the stage. I kind of get choked up backstage. I look back on all those memories we've been able to create as one Jeunesse family, and it's incredible. The movement that we've created over the past 8.5 years. It's life-changing what we've been able to experience to get out there and see people realize and maximize their potential and tap into it and get out there and touch other people's lives. And I look at all those experiences and it really humbles me. It humbles me because I know that we've got such quality leadership like all of you here today who made a sacrifice to travel from many different areas in the region to put a priority on your Jeunesse business, to put a priority on today. Are you ready to make today your best day? Yes. Jeunesse family, are we ready to make today our very best day? Yes. Guys, every day's a blessing, tomorrow's never promised. I always wake up in the morning and I say we have to make today count. And I look around the room today and I see leadership. I see quality leadership. The best of the entire Asia Pacific region is right here today. And I'm quickly reminded that back on 09 at 9 p.m., we started this company with 5 leaders, just 5 leaders. We created $1 billion brand, a top 15 company in this industry, but it started with 5. And I look around the room here today and I see, you know, over 1,000 people in the room. Over 1,000 leaders ready to get out there and make a difference. And I know all of you came here for a reason. Maybe your reasons are different than one another, but never forget why you're here and never forget what you want to get out of this weekend. Because let me tell you something, you're going to get some incredible value over the next couple days. You're going to get a lot of knowledge that you can apply to your business to help you take it to the next level. Help you take your business and life to the next level. Is that why you're here this weekend? That's exactly what you're going to get. I'm truly humbled by the leadership we have in this company. You're going to get to hear from not just the greatest diamonds in Jeunesse, but the greatest leaders in network marketing today that we are so blessed to have here with this great company that we call Jeunesse. They're going to bring you incredible value. Never underestimate the importance of timing. This is a very exciting time for Jeunesse. What many of you don't realize is, many of you know back in 2015, we became the youngest company in network marketing history to do annual sales of $1 billion. It's historic. All of you guys are a part of history. Then the following year, everybody said Jeunesse wouldn't do it again. We did over $1.4 billion. See, what you don't realize is that many companies, well, there's not that many companies, but the companies that have hit that annual sales of $1 billion, they don't often repeat that year after year. Many times they have to take a step back. In fact, if you looked at even the top 5 companies in this industry, multi-billion-dollar brands, 20 years ago, whenever it was, when they hit their first billion, many times they took a step back. they didn't hit another billion. But you look at what we've been able to do with Jeunesse. Last year, 2017, having another billion-dollar year, $1.3 billion. Guys, all of you are part of this story. It's very rare in this industry to see a company 3 consecutive years over $1 billion. There's lots of deals out there. There's lots of, shiny objects and, different kinds of opportunities that present themselves. But one thing that will continue to be our competitive advantage is the stability of what we've built with Jeunesse. You see, leaders are tired of having to find a new home. They're tired of having to start over and rebuild and rebuild. The reality is, we've built a rock-solid foundation that we can only continue to build from. Do you believe that? And I look at that $1.3 billion and I realize how much hard work was put into that. How many lives we're able to touch behind the scenes. How many experiences we were able to create. You see, I've been in the process of interviewing and speaking to a lot of executives in the industry over the past 3 or 4 months. And sometimes when you're on the inside of Jeunesse and you've got laser focus, you've got blinders on, you often forget about how good we have it, how incredible this company is that we've created over the past 8 years. You see, I'm speaking to executives with great companies, and to hear how proud they are of what they're doing with their companies, and these are, $200, $300, $400 million a year companies. But to hear what they say about Jeunesse, to me, it's truly humbling, and I forget about sometimes how powerful it is with what we've created, how powerful the culture is that we've created, and how proud I am of what all of us together as one Jeunesse family are continuing to do, because it really doesn't get any better than this. I promise you that. I'm speaking to a lot of people in the industry, and one thing they always say is, Jeunesse has set the gold standard in network marketing. The youngest company out of the top 15 companies in the industry, number 14 last year in 2017. But we've set a standard where our competition is those other top 15 companies, and all these companies are looking at Jeunesse. We've probably got people from other companies here today at this event looking at the quality of what we do at Jeunesse events. I hear it time and time again. Other companies are sending people to our events to hear our leaders, to see our production, to see what is so magical behind this company of Jeunesse. But to me, it's not just the leaders, the production, it's not just the products, the business opportunity, GPS, what's super exciting. It's the heart of this company that you cannot deny, that you cannot replace. And that's something that will always be our competitive advantage. The reality is, the bigger we get, it does not get any easier. I assure you that. You just heard my mom talk about never being satisfied. I always talk about that. I don't know if it's a weakness or strength, but I'm never satisfied. You can't get complacent. We are more hungry today than we've ever been. Why? Because behind that $1.3 billion are hundreds of thousands of people's lives, hundreds of thousands of people counting on us, not just to meet your expectations, but to exceed them every single day. It's our goal to always be at the forefront of the latest innovation, to always be an innovative company. That's our responsibility. And the reality is, this journey has only just begun. Do you believe that? $1.3 billion is just the beginning. Many of you know my long-term vision for this company. You think about how many lives we changed from 0 to $1.3 billion. Think about how many lives we're going to change taking this company from 1.3 to $2 billion a year, to $3 billion a year. Think about the difference we are going to make in the world. Do you believe that you're making a difference in the world with Jeunesse? Yes. Do you believe you're with the right company at the right time with the right people? Yes. I have no doubt that the leaders in this room can get out there and create change, can create a new wave of momentum throughout Asia Pacific. Because let me tell you something, this is only just the beginning. We've only scratched the surface, and I believe that Asia Pacific as a region has so much growth potential. I believe that all of you here today that are putting a priority on this weekend to making your best weekend can make Asia Pacific the fastest growth story for Jeunesse in the entire world. Do you believe that? Yes. Guys, Asia Pacific is $1 billion market alone. Do you believe that? Yes. We together can make Asia Pacific a $1 billion market, and we can get out there and change thousands of more lives. I can say that with conviction because I believe in you. I believe in the leaders and the diamonds in this front row. I believe in the incredible management team we have with this company. I believe in each and every one of you because all of you have the potential for great things. And the reality is at these events, it's about just making that decision. Isn't that really what it's all about? You know, I've witnessed it time and time again. Could be somebody in the back row. It could be somebody, this is their first Jeunesse event. But it all really comes down to one decision. Making that decision to make this weekend your best weekend. Making the decision to get as much knowledge as possible. To apply that to your business. To take your business to the next level. Making a decision to go all in. Are you guys ready to go all in? Yeah. Are you ready to make the most of this weekend? Yeah. See, my love, my passion for network marketing is about these experiences. It's about the love that we share as one Jeunesse family and the experiences that we're able to create. Bringing people together with a unified cause, a unified mission to get out there and create positive impact in the world. That's empowering. And that's what this industry is all about. That's what I love about network marketing. It's not just the products. We've got incredible world-class products, a lot of really innovative things that we'll be launching later this year. It's not just about the opportunity and the compensation plan and GPS and all the money and the business opportunity. For me, it's the experiences. Lifelong memories that we're able to create, lives that we're able to touch. That's what I love about this industry. When I talk about it being a movement, it's because it's so much more than the products or the opportunity or the incentive trips. It's just the whole culture coming together. And I'm so proud of what we stand for with Jeunesse, the standard, the gold standard in network marketing. This is a culture of family. And my vision has always been to make this brand a household name, to make the Jeunesse brand a household name, and to create one of the great legacy companies in this industry. How many of you don't just want to make an impact, you want to leave a lasting legacy in the world? That's the power of what we have here with Jeunesse. That's the power of what all of you have in your hands. So treat that seriously. Treat Jeunesse seriously, because what you have in your hands is a gift. It's a gift to share with the world. And put a priority on that, because there's millions of people around the world that are looking for a better way. And we have that in network marketing. We have a better way. All of you have the power in your hands to get out there and make a difference. Now here we are, LEAD, the kickoff event for 2018. And part of my role this morning is kind of set the tone. What is LEAD all about? What is leadership all about? And you know, when you think about the word leadership, I think it's often intimidating because it's ambiguous, right? I think there's so many ways that you can define the word leadership. And if you went out there and you spoke to 10 different CEOs in the industry and asked them what is leadership, you'd probably get 10 different answers because it's such a general and ambiguous word. So there's two things I really want to do this weekend. I think that you're going to be able to gain this weekend. One, it's to take the ambiguity out of the word leadership, to clearly define what it means to lead. And number two, teaching you how to lead, teaching you to be more effective as a leader. Does that sound like something you'd be interested in? So that you'll know what you have to do and how to do it. You're going to get incredible knowledge this weekend from great leaders who have put a lot of work in behind the scenes to prepare very relevant content that you can apply to your business. But before we do, let me take the stress away. Before we define that word of leadership, let me take the stress away, because we're not natural born leaders. I think that's very hard to find. True natural born leaders, something you gain. So that should make you a little less intimidated, because the person next to you is probably wondering the same thing. How can I become a better leader? How can I find a way to lead? You hear that background noise? All of you are here to learn to lead. We've got two goals, really. It's to define leadership and for you to become better leaders. And if you're here in Kuala Lumpur, you've either had success or you're on the road to becoming more successful. You're hungry for growth. You're hungry for success. Are you guys hungry? Yes. Are you guys really hungry for success? Yes. Well, that's why you're here this weekend, and that's what you're going to get, is the knowledge to help you feed that hunger. You're going to get tons of value, like I said, from the diamonds. But what is the optimum leader in Jeunesse? Because we all have it in us. What really is the optimum leader? And I've broken it down to some different words that I think are characteristics that are so important in leadership. The first one is servant. Servant-driven leadership. And this is something that I really pride myself on, and I can tell you that, you know, our responsibility at corporate is to serve all of you to the best of our ability. And our leaders, our successful leaders, diamonds, rubies, emeralds, whatever it is, sapphire elites, they understand the importance of having a servant's heart. Serving others. You help enough people get what they want out of Jeunesse, out of this business, you'll get everything you want. Do you believe that?
Yeah.
So think about it. I mean, if you're out there to serve others, you will attract others who believe you can help them become successful. That's what really people are looking for, right? Can you help me become successful in Jeunesse? So it's your responsibility as a leader to always keep that in your mind, always keep that in your heart. You need to show other people how they can become successful. I'm reminded of, you know, kind of a quote from John F. Kennedy. He said, or kind of something along these lines. He said, ask not what your team can do, but what you can do for your team. Keep that in your heart this weekend. It's not about you, it's about them. It's about all the other people that are looking to elevate their Jeunesse business. And if you help them do that, you're gonna elevate your Jeunesse business. That's the beautiful thing of this industry. Master the art of being approachable, being authentic, being genuine with your prospects, with your customers, with the leaders in your organization. People want to feel your heart. This is a heart-to-heart relationship building business. So master the art of being approachable, where people feel connected to you as their leader, that they can come to you for advice, that they can come to you when things get tough, because things do get tough. But the great leaders in this company have resilience in the face of adversity. So have that authenticity. It has to feel good to be around you as a leader. You gain their confidence with your confidence as a leader. Does that make sense? If you're confident, that's infectious. If you believe in what you stand for with conviction, that's infectious. People can feel that. People want to be a part of that. Confident leaders with conviction don't have to be the ones talking all the time, though. I think you see it so often in this industry. Leaders just want to talk and talk. They want to be on stage for 2 hours in training. But I think what's really important in leadership is listening. Practicing the art of listening leadership. How many of you have ever heard of Oprah Winfrey? You know, she put on a very successful talk show in the United States. I mean, she's famous all around the world. But what really made Oprah famous wasn't that she could speak with conviction. It was that she could listen with conviction. Active listening is really what made Oprah famous and what's made her such a powerful, successful woman in the world, a powerful woman. Confident leaders have the ability to listen with as much conviction as they speak with. Think about that. You need to listen to what your team needs. You need to listen to what your prospect is really looking for out of their Jeunesse business. And listening will help you understand your team. It will help you understand your prospects and what they're looking for. Challenge yourself to be a better listener. Can we do that? Yeah. Let yourself learn from your team. Appreciate their uniqueness instead of molding them into the common shape of what you think they should be. Listen to what makes your leaders, listen to what makes your teammates unique and empower them. That's what this industry is all about. So really practice the art of listening leadership. The other quality that I think is so important for successful leaders is purpose. Not just talking about what your purpose is. We all hear many leaders talk about what your why is, and that's really important to inspire you and drive you every single day. You definitely have to know what your why is. But you also need to understand what your team, what your prospect wants to achieve. What's their purpose? It's not always about you, it's about them. How can you get them to achieve what they're looking for? To do that, you have to really understand what their purpose is when they join your Jeunesse business. Now, don't get me wrong, it's important to know yours too. But your purpose, you know your why, but your what? Your purpose should be to help others achieve their purpose. Helping other people on your team achieve, identify, and realize their purpose in this business. Create an energy in your team The most successful markets in Jeunesse right now, they're creating energy. Energy is infectious. It's so important to always project energy. Would you agree that energy is important?
Yes.
That's right, Tony. I hear you, my man. Create that culture of equality and inclusion. Lead with your heart. We always talk about leading with your heart. Leading with your heart is so important. Commit to creating a team culture, encouraging team spirit. It's not just this hierarchy that, diamonds are untouchable. I know most, all of these diamonds. I talk about servant-driven leadership. They're here to support you. Doesn't matter cross-line, down-line, up-line. They want to help you fulfill your dreams through Jeunesse. So create a culture in your team where you're accessible, where you're approachable, where you're genuine and authentic with your team. And strive to understand what's at stake for your team. What's at the core of their lives, their truth. Because once you identify what their truth is, what is at the core of what they want out of their business, not only will you be driven to help them, it will inspire you. Their stories, what they want to get out of this business, their challenges, that will help keep you going when you have ups and downs. It will inspire you every single day. The next characteristic I want to talk about, maybe the most important, values. I always talk about when we started Jeunesse with a very clear strategy, a very clear mission, and we started a company based on the right principles, the right values. This can either make or break you. You've got to be bulletproof when it comes to your integrity, your honesty, and your ethics. I always say before our products, before our opportunity, we lead with our integrity. We lead with our hearts. And that's not very common in this industry today, but that's something that sets Jeunesse apart. And it's something that I talk about those interviews I'm doing. It's what other companies look at Jeunesse. Yeah, they probably don't like it when we have the success that we've had, but they do realize that this is a company that's doing things the right way and encourage you to lead your team in the right way. Lead by example. Values must demonstrate the character you expect of others. Think about that. Your values demonstrate the character that you expect of the people on your team. Do things the right way. Lead with integrity. Walk the walk. Never ask others to do what you're not willing to do yourself. Don't just talk the talk, walk the walk. Lead by example. That's what great leaders do in this industry. I can tell you that, for us, we are grinding harder than we ever have. I promise you that. There's not a day that goes by that we don't have back-to-back calls and meetings with prospects and product development, operational challenges. There's so much happening around the world. So walk the walk. You can't dictate the process, but you have to demonstrate it through consistency, through discipline, through results-driven behavior. People will follow leaders that are focused on being consistent, persistent. Be present. Be present. All of you made the decision to be here today. That's setting the example for your team who maybe couldn't afford to be here today. Be on the calls. Be at the events. Be at the incentive trips. Be involved and set the example because your team will follow the example that you set. So check your own commitment before you expect it from others. The other words I want to talk about are huge. Integrity, accountability, character, and humility. Integrity means doing the right thing, not pulling somebody into something that's not right. Do you really want to pull somebody in your business that doesn't want to join your business in the first place? Is that the kind of person you really want to waste your time with? You want to attract like-minded, like-hearted people that can align with your vision of what you're trying to do in your business. It's not worth the time of just pulling people into something they really have no interest in being involved with, because that's not going to duplicate your organization. Accountability. Your action is visible to your team, always. So are you staying true to your commitment? Are you walking the walk? Are you leading by example? Are you consistent in discipline? Or are you coming up with excuses? There's some leaders who didn't make it here today. What was their excuse? You guys didn't have excuses. You made it a priority to be here today. Character. Are you charismatic? Having charisma, again, it's not something you're born with. It's something that you develop. It's something that happens organic, from confidence, approachability, engaging with interest. That's what it comes from, and it's an organic process. And character comes from humility. Check your ego. Let your guard down, because people relate to imperfections. People relate to leaders that aren't perfect. I think that's so important when I talk about authenticity and being genuine. People want to work with like-minded people, but they want to work with people that can get down on their level, that can understand their challenges. Because nobody's perfect in life. There's nobody perfect in this company. The more you can get down on the level of your team, really get in the trenches and understand what they're looking for, the more success you're going to have in helping them get traction and introducing and prospecting new people into their business. Courage. Stepping outside of your comfort zone. They say once you step out of that comfort zone, that zone never contracts again, it only expands. Being here is the first step. Picture yourself doing what you learned this weekend. Have a clear vision. As you get all this information, I encourage you to take notes this weekend. Envision yourself applying that to your business. Having courage and practicing what you learn when you leave this event. Apply that knowledge each day into your business. That's what LEAD is all about. Approaching new people that you never thought you would have spoken to before because of your conviction when you leave this event. So important to stay in phase one. There's ups and downs in businesses, always. There's cycles in businesses. And the reality is there will be people that quit your business every single day. But you know what? That's why you have to stay in phase one. Prospecting, prospecting, prospecting. If you're not talking to new people, if you're not getting outside your comfort zone, your business will eventually become stagnant. And I think that's so important to constantly be, the best leaders in this company are constantly, it doesn't matter if they're double diamonds, triple diamonds, whatever, they're constantly talking to people they never even thought they would have spoken to because they realize that there's got to be fresh energy coming into the team. There's got to be constant energy. So how does courage factor in as a leader? It means demonstrating decision-making ability. Ability to make the big decisions. Ability to know when to let go of a dead pursuit. How many of you have spent months and months and months pursuing the same person, knowing that you're getting the same answer? No, I'm not interested. No, it's not the right time for me. As a leader, you have to know when to let go of a dead pursuit and set the example, because what does that do? It sets the expectation for your team. They know to expect these challenges. They know that stop wasting your time on all these no's, but stay active, because for every 10 no's you may get, there's that one yes that could be that rock star leader in your organization. Am I right? Yes. Am I right, Jeunesse family? Yes. Gratitude, having gratitude, recognizing input, accomplishments, contributions from the team, having a selfless attitude. Gratitude is taking notice and calling out people when they have growth. When they become an executive in this business. But calling people out in a public, personal setting has a lot of value in allowing them to feel encouraged, to continue to go down the path. And keeping focus on others, you're showing them that trait of generosity. Generosity, generous with your time commitment, your knowledge, your heart, your spirit. I think it's so important to be selfless. One thing I say about my mom, one of her strongest traits as a leader is that she's selfless. It's never about her. It should never be about you. It's always about them. It's about the other people. You heard me say it in the very beginning. You help enough other people get what they want, you'll get everything you want in this business. My favorite Tony Robbins quote, he said, it's not about what you get, it's about what you contribute to others, who you become along the way that allows you to live a fulfilled life. Does that make sense? That's powerful stuff. Leading with your heart, servant-driven leadership, continuing that path, applying all these words will allow you to live a fulfilled life, will allow you to really identify your purpose. Now, as we go through this weekend, you're going to get to hear from a lot of different leaders that are going to dig deeper into these topics. Strive to be a good servant leader. Strive to care about their purpose more than your own purpose. Strive to be guided by values. Strive to build character. Be a leader that you and your team can always be proud of. As a leader, you can do all of these things. Your team will keep you motivated as much as you keep them. So as you go through this weekend, keep these words in mind. You're going to get to really understand where we're taking this company, because I believe the best is yet to come. I believe that we're going to create many more experiences, that we're going to touch many more lives. You look at what we're doing with Jeunesse Kids. I am so passionate about what this company has become. I am so passionate about helping all of you realize, maximize your potential, and finding success and ultimate purpose through Jeunesse. Are you passionate? Are you passionate about Jeunesse? Are you passionate about leading the way? Well, let me tell you something. Each and every one of you has the ability. You've got to believe in yourself. You've got to believe in this company, have pride in the company, have pride in the products, have pride in yourself, believe in what we stand for with conviction, and you can get out there and change the world as we continue to build this movement all around the world. I have no doubt that this year, 2018, is going to be another banner, historic year for this company. Another huge milestone. It's going to take a lot of hard work. It's going to take passion. We're going to have to go back into phase one. We're going to rebuild markets. We're going to bring new leadership in this company. We're going to leverage GPS. We're going to leverage product launches. We're going to leverage events. It's all about creating leverage. Leverage is what this industry is all about. So leverage what we have, because let me tell you something, the story's only getting better. Network marketing is about telling the story, the same story over and over again. But if that story keeps getting better, think about all the excitement that we can create throughout Asia Pacific. So leverage this event, leverage this weekend. This doesn't have to be lead. This can be your launch event. This can be a new beginning, a new launch to your Jeunesse business. So are you guys ready to launch? Yeah. Are you ready to take Jeunesse to the top? Yeah. Are you with me when I can say on this stage that we are on the trajectory of creating the #1 company in this industry worldwide? Yeah. Can we do it, Jeunesse family? I love you all. Let's make this an awesome weekend. Live on purpose, live with passion, make every single day your very best day. Love you all. One team, one family, one Jeunesse. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Scott Lewis, our Chief Visionary Officer, along with our co-founders early on, Randy Lewis, Randy Ray. One more time, let's make some noise for all of them!